I think we turned the ball over a little bit too much down the stretch. I think that was a big part of it to help those guys get back into the game. I got to do a better job of putting our guys into positions to be able to execute and be successful. I think I could have done a better job to help those guys out with that. Hats off to St. Thomas, well-coached team, and they made a little more plays than us down the stretch, so they deserve to win the game.
Describe what it is they do defensively. I mean, it seems like they mix it up a lot. So what are the things that your players need to kind of watch for in this kind of?
Yeah, I mean they did everything that we thought that they would do. The diamond press to the 1-2-2 trap at half court. I think throughout the floor of the game we handled it well. They tried to trap us the first possession or second possession. We took it out. We threw it out. We had a layup. We just bobbed with it. We scored. So they pulled it off. So that's what they've been doing all season, changing defenses zone to man. The way I look at it is, I tell the boys, they know what to look for. They recognize what the defense is in, and then attack it from there. I always was taught teams switching, coaching defensive like that, then they're searching for ways to stop you. And I thought the different ways they try to throw things at us, once we got comfortable and settled in a little bit, we were able to score and get some points. Like I said, I think at this stage, I think it's the team that comes up with the most stops down the stretch. And I think that those guys, like I said, I think those guys were able to turn us over a little bit more than we were able to turn them over. The stat sheet shows it. I mean, 14 turnovers and they had 7. There you go. They doubled us on turnovers. So sometimes that's the ball game.
In a game where possessions are so critical, Jarvis seemed 17 points, 11 rebounds. I don't remember him having a stat line like that in the past. Seemed like he kind of grew up tonight in the big stage.
No, he's been playing like that all season. Okay. He's been scoring the ball. He's one of the best kids in this league. I think it shows for a freshman. I'm not surprised by the points and the rebounds that he's had. I mean, he had an advantage in our, from what we can tell. We thought he could put the ball down by some of those guys and make plays at the basket. So, as a coach, that's my job, is to figure out what's working and put the ball in my best kids' hands at the time and let those guys kind of make plays, not necessarily to score, but if it's the drive and everybody helps in and collapse, then he's an unselfish player. He's gonna kick it. So that's just the game. But I'm not. If the question is if I'm surprised that he had a game I'm not shocked at all. So he's on an honorable mention of the all-district team for the 9-5A Catholic League, which is one of the top leagues in the state, for a reason. So I see him work out and practice and play every day. So for me, I'm not surprised at all.
Trail, I know you was you did the best you can. I know you was hurting a bit, but at the same time, you really did what you had to do. But at the same time, your teammates picked you up. Talk about the resiliency of this team more than anything else, especially throughout the game.
I had to do the best for my team. We tried real hard. If I couldn't do it, I was gonna push my teammate to do it.
Jarvis, your thoughts on your performance? We know you've been consistent all year long, but to step up at a big stage like that and giving your team a chance to win the ball game, but really worked hard to take a lot of pressure off Autrail and a lot of those players tonight.
I feel like we started off slow. I feel like we expected to go out there and win, but they were a good team, and I want to thank my coaches for believing in me all season, giving me this opportunity, and I want to thank my teammates too, because it's more than basketball at the end of the day, and even though we didn't get the job done, I still love these dudes forever, but I would say that if we would have came out like we did the game before against Catholic, I feel like we would have had them. But everyone makes mistakes, and you just gotta go back and get better.
Coach, what you can say about the resiliency of your team, how they overcame everything to be right there in that position to win the ball game, and also you got a great future with a lot of people returning.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm overly proud of these guys. I mean, for Autrail battling the turf toe that he's battling, super hard to play through, especially the type of game and athlete that he is, to push off that foot. But for him to kind of suck it up and be able to push through for his team, I think that speaks volumes to what type of player, what type of character that he has. And for guys like Jarvis, you know, in Midnight and some of those other guys that's in there, they knew what he was up against, and they told him, you know, that they have his back. So that's kind of what we've been preaching all year, man. We've tried to form some type of brotherhood, some type of camaraderie where, because just like Jarvis said, man, we say it all the time. It's way bigger than basketball. It's the ball, the tool that brings us all together. But we compete at a high level, but it's way more than that, and way more than basketball for us. For me as a coach and as their leader, to see those guys rally behind each other when guys are injured, when guys are going through foul trouble, when guys are tough times. That's a big part for me. That's why I took this job, to bring these guys together. And of course, you want to win and lose. I mean, you want to win as much as you can, but one team has to win, one team has to lose. So, but for me, it's way more than wins and losses. It's these guys becoming great young men when they leave off of campus. And I think, like you said, I think the future's bright. Not only for basketball, but for these guys to do well in whatever they decide to do once they're done playing the game of basketball. Because that's what it's about for me. I can only speak for me as a coach. I understand how it goes. Everyone's not able or capable of playing to the next level or playing professionally, and that shouldn't be the end goal. And you're not a failure if you don't make it to those things, right? Because basketball, again, it's about the lessons that you learn from going through the obstacles, being a part of a team, learning how to work together for one common goal, right? And I think collectively as a unit, for me, my second year, I know for a fact that we're doing that and we're trending in the right direction. So for me, I'm proud for these two guys and those other 14 guys in the locker room.